we're seeing another fire, another one. This one is happening in Spokane, Washington. If you guys did not see our video from a year ago, this was 2025. Go back under our live tab. Check this out. Is there a plan? California fires 2025. Because we looked at how this was not natural. This was not normal. There is a plan to build smart cities in LA by 2028. That was a plan to clear out the property, build back better smart cities. This isn't just some crazy conspiracy theory. We're going to build the case that this is happening over and over again. This happened with LA. This happened with Paradise. This happened with Maui. And now Spokane, Washington. So if you look this up, though, you're going to find the censors, you know how Google is. No, Maui, all I simply asked was, did they turn Maui into a smart city? No, Maui was not turned into a smart city. The claim that the devastating August 2023 wildfires were intentionally set to clear land for high-tech. Wait a minute. I didn't ask all this. All I said was, did they turn Maui into smart city? What are they going into right now? Smart Island or Smart City project is a baseless internet conspiracy theory. Fact-checking organizations and local officials confirmed these rumors. That's not what I asked. I simply asked, did they turn Maui into a smart city? I didn't ask for all this, fact checking about some conspiracy theory. But it's interesting because when you scroll down, there's this tab that says, does Hawaii have a smart city? And it's like, although Hawaii has not formally published a smart city plan, the ongoing developments most prominently seen in Oahu shows initial signs of smart technology adoption and a concern for transitioning towards a more sustainable form of living, which is why the decision on smart, sustainable developments must happen. Wait a minute. You just contradicted yourself, Google, because up here you said no. That's a baseless conspiracy theory. So do your own research on this. Dig deep. Don't just use Google. I'm using Google just because if I can get Google to admit it, then you got some base here. But they're going to try and deny every kind of conspiracy theory there is. So what happened in Washington State? I asked, how many fires happened in Washington State this month? As of August 2026, Washington State is currently battling 16 large, active, uncontained wildfires. 16 fires this month. You know what day of the month it is? 7 as of now because it's midnight. In the first week of August, 16 large, active, uncontained wildfires. That doesn't sound normal to me. It doesn't. You might think, oh, you're an idiot. This is the perfect time for fires to start or whatever. But it's August. We're getting out of the extremely hot seasons. We're only 7 days into this month, and there's been 16 fires. 631,000 total acres across Washington are gone. Check out this video clip because this is somebody who's there. This is they're taking it with their own camera and they're seeing some strange anomalies.
So the entire neighborhood's burnt down around me, even the mailbox, but somehow the Amazon package survived.
The Amazon package is perfectly fine inside, but somehow a metal mailbox. This is not plastic. Look at the mailbox next to it. These are those big mailboxes with the little doors when you're in an apartment complex. And this one next to it is for larger packages. He said metal mailbox. I'm taking his word for it. It looks like melted plastic. Metal mailbox, and the Amazon package is untouched. Now I want you to notice something else that's unusual. There are trees standing. Wooden trees, green grass, but houses are literally demolished. I mean, there's nothing left. This is rubble. This looks like
the entire neighborhood's burnt down around.
It looks like the houses are just vaporized, but look across the street. There's a tree, there's grass, there's green grass. Now, how does a fire, this was supposedly a wildfire, how does it hop from one house to the next house to the next house, skipping all the grass, skipping all the trees, skipping all the bushes? and leaving every house completely leveled. Not a chimney, not a refrigerator, not a washer and dryer. Everything is just rubble, ash, melted. Even cars have been melted with, it looks like liquid metal molten into the street. Now listen to what they say here.
And we are continuing our coverage of the Spokane area fires, and we have learned that upwards of 700 to 11.
Now again, I want you to notice trees. They're showing before and after. I see trees. I see grass. How is this happening? So this house didn't get touched. This one's gone. This one's gone. This one's on its way. This one's gone. Green grass. How is the fire skipping from here to here without touching the ground? It's a mystery. How's it going across the street from there to there and next door without touching the grass or the trees? These are logical questions. I want to know answers to these questions. I got questions, guys.
1,100 structures have been burned.
Altogether, the 3 fires have burned more than 10,000 acres. On your screen right now, you can see the before and after images of neighborhoods devastated by.
I see lots of green. I see trees and then houses on fire. Like that is very hot, glowing coal in there.
Fires.
The before images from near maps show what Spokane looked like as of June 13th this year, and the after images were taken this past Saturday.
Look at this. There's yards. There's a road. There's green grass between every house. Demolished, 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 demolished. Every house is leveled as if it was just shot with a laser. Boom, boom, boom. It makes absolutely no sense. How is the fire crossing the street? How is it not burning the grass? How is it not touching the trees or the bushes? It is simply bringing the houses down to rubble. This is a mystery, but it's not really a mystery when you've been awake and you've been watching this stuff for a while. God woke me up in 2012, December 2011, and even back then was starting to notice some of these things, and people were starting to wake up around the 2012 era. And we were seeing some strange things with these fires. Here you see the green trees, you see the green grass. And like I said, every house is leveled, yet grass and trees are standing. This is a mystery. I have questions. I want to know, how do strong houses that are made out of brick and strong wood, and there's nothing left. There's not a chimney. There's not a refrigerator. There's not a washer machine. There is nothing. It has been leveled to the ground. Even the cars on the driveway or on the road, cars on the road are completely melted. Why? How? But the grass, perfectly fine. The trees, perfectly fine. Makes no sense. People might say, oh, because it's green, it's got liquid in it. Well, cars are metal. Houses have brick. There should be a fireplace. You know how a fireplace works? You put fire inside of it and it doesn't get rid of the chimney. The chimney stays there, even with fire in it for years and years. But right now there's no chimney. Why? Something has happened. Now this was a very interesting news article, because if you've been paying attention like I have about how certain things remain and certain things get destroyed, you'll see this is a very eye-opening clip.
Now right here, I am at a cul-de-sac. I just want to show you kind of just the impacts here. This house behind me, I'm going to step away for a second, completely gone in this cul-de-sac. There are about 4 homes in this cul-de-sac. This one, total loss. You just go a little bit to their neighbor's house just to show the sporadicness of the flames still standing. Look at that right there. That blue home completely untouched. And then if we can get the camera to move just a little bit, then you can see the 2 other neighbors in this cul-de-sac also completely gone.
Okay, so, I mean, she literally said the words, like, this blue home. The blue home is still remaining. There's nothing. The trash can, the green trash can, plastic, the basketball goal, good to go. I mean, where did this fire stop? Right here? And then it skipped the blue house, comes over here, and demolished. Somebody in the chat said toilets as well. I heard the same thing. I watched an interview by a guy who lived here, and he said toilets have literally melted. You have to have fire like 2 or 3 times as hot as a forest fire, which is what they're saying this is. They put some fall guy, some scapegoat on the news and say, yeah, we think we found one of them because he had some matches and a lighter. But there's 16 fires in 6 days or 5 days. I mean, it just now turned August 7th. 16 fires. There's no explanation for all these fires. Somebody said, did he do it with his pocket laser? Yeah, this is crazy. Blue? I don't get it. So, blue. You're wondering, why does blue matter? This is a real test that anybody can do with a laser that will burn any color except blue.
Blue laser test. I got this laser on wish.com for fun.
That's a plastic
it's actually
lid.
Pretty powerful. I've been shining it on this blue plastic lid for about 5 minutes now. Nothing. But when I go try it on a different color, like this green,
there's the smoke. Smoke coming. Certain colors burn faster.
if I take another color, let's do orange.
Watch how fast it happens with the orange. Smoke immediately.
Smoke. Let's do yellow.
Smoke immediately.
Smoking. Red.
Smoke immediately.
Yeah, I was wondering if it was maybe just the type of plastic that blue was, so I found a different type of plastic, also blue. And I had around 5 minutes on this too, and nothing. No smoke, no burning. It's wild.
That's not some one-off. Check this out. It doesn't matter what the material is made of. For some reason, the color matters.
Laser weapons can be programmed for different wavelengths.
Doesn't affect the blue. Stronger laser, cutting these things in half.
Blue they didn't want to burn.
Even with balloons, same thing.
Now, you may notice there are some survivors here. The blue one isn't popping very easily, is it?
Blue does not burn.
Okay, guys, this is the last episode I'm going to do for a while, but it should be a pretty good one. It's things that...
So this is Maui. Somebody's reporting on what they see remaining in Maui.
It did not burn during the fire. I went through hours of footage, and it was pretty interesting what I found. Here are the famous umbrellas. These are actually Tommy Bahama umbrellas. And I have pictures of these before the fire, so you can see what they actually used to look like. Not very different now. And then the sole surviving car on Front Street in front of the outlet mall. And I actually found another sole survivor car the other direction that's a little bit further south on Front Street, which I didn't notice at the time, but here it is right here. You can see it on the left in this frame here.
You get the point. He's showing in Maui, it says La Haina fire, but right here it says in West Maui. And again, check this out.
Why the blue car did not burn in flames. Same as the blue umbrella. Look again.
So blue does not burn, and we saw that just now at this Spokane, Washington place, blue house didn't get caught on fire, and the news literally pointed out. And here you got, I mean, metal just bent to pieces, and these blue umbrellas just good to go. What does that tell you about what happened out here? Well, it is not a conspiracy theory anymore. It used to be a conspiracy theory to talk about DEWs or directed energy weapons, but now it's open news. Directed energy weapons or DEWs use concentrated electromagnetic energy such as high energy lasers and high power microwaves rather than kinetic bullets to damage or disable targets at the speed of light. The U.S. military is actively deploying these systems, like the Fox News report on upcoming enduring high energy laser contracts to counter modern threats like drone swarms. So here is the news actually reporting on it.
Well, Secretary of War Hegseth just got a live demonstration of directed energy weapons. He says the Pentagon intends to buy tens to hundreds of these in the coming years. It's the first known viewing of a directed energy weapon demonstration.
This is 3 months ago, by the way.
By a sitting war secretary. So what are they? Directed energy weapons fire concentrated energy at the speed of light, and for years.
I'm concerned that it's showing people on here right now. I don't know why it says deny. Maybe, okay, you can't shoot people with it. Degrade and damage a drone. Destroy a drone. Directed energy weapons. Real thing. The news talks about it. You can look it up yourself. Not a conspiracy theory. Did Los Angeles, because this is the theory. Remember, we just saw this when I looked up, did Maui get built back as a smart city? And it said, no, it's a baseless conspiracy theory. And then we looked it up. Sure enough, it did. But I asked, did Los Angeles get built back as a smart city? Here we go. Los Angeles has not been built back as a unified smart city from clean slate, though conspiracy theories falsely claim that recent devastating wildfires were intentionally set to clear land for a high-tech or 15-minute city rebuild. Instead, the city has pursued incremental technology and infrastructure upgrades under strategic framework like Smart LA 2028 plan. What is Smart 2028 plan? Look at this. City of Los Angeles, lacity.gov, Smart LA 2028. Not a baseless conspiracy theory at all. Look right here. City of Los Angeles, Smart LA 2028. Technology for a better Los Angeles. This was written in December 2020. So, did Maui become a smart city? This right here says citiesabc.com, exploring Maui's smart city plans, a vision for sustainable urban innovation by 2030. A baseless conspiracy theory, right? We are being gaslit and lied right to our faces. When you know the truth and you look it up, they're going to tell you to your face, you're a conspiracy theorist. Stop looking into this stuff, man. Stop investigating with a critical eye and just accept the mainstream narrative. Why are you analyzing this so much? You know what? I think you're insensitive to be looking into this too deeply. Ignore this website about Maui smart cities coming in 2030. It's insane. Okay, so what is a smart city? A smart city is an urban area that uses digital technology, data analysis, and the Internet of Things to manage services, improve infrastructure, and enhance the quality of life for its residents. Or it connects everyday systems like transport, energy, and administration to operate more efficiently. All right, now check this out. Artificial intelligence analyzes data streams to predict needs or automate responses. So that's what this is all about. It's about pushing us into the AI governance grid. This is all about setting up the beast system, and they're doing it in the big cities. That's where it's going to start first. And what are they going to do? They're going to have to start over, because right now there's a bunch of primitive buildings that they got to wipe out and build back better. Remember that when Biden was in? Build back better. Build back as a smart city that can watch and detect everything that's going on in your life, that can take biometrics, that can see every time you step outside the door, where you're at all times, with flock cameras and all of this. So there are proposals and preliminary discussions to place large server and tech infrastructures in rural and agricultural parts of Hawaii have emerged. So I asked, are there any proposals to build data centers in Maui? Remember, Maui was attacked in the same kind of way. Only blue things were remaining, and buildings were just turned to rubble. Well, yeah, there is. There's a proposal for data centers to be put there in Maui. So, were there any proposals to build data centers in Spokane? Check it out. Spokane community pushes back against proposed data center. This is their news.
Spokane community members and city leaders are pushing back against an AI data center that could be built in eastern Washington.
This was a month ago. This was June, July. No, this is 2 months ago. 2 months ago, the citizens of Spokane were pushing back on the idea of data centers being put in Spokane, and now they've just been wiped out.
Vista confirmed yesterday that it was, in fact, a data center.
The company has an agreement with that customer looking to build the new facility, but some people have concerns about what that could mean for the community.
The health of the Spokane River is one of people's concerns about the data center. Some are worried the amount of water the data center would use could put a strain on the water supply.
All right, so people were pushing back, and now all of a sudden they've been set on fire. 16 fires to be exact, in just a matter of 5 days or so. And you check here, because remember, if you ask Google, are they going to put a smart city up in Washington? They're going to say, oh no, it's a baseless conspiracy theory. But right here on transportation.gov, which is the Department of Transportation, the DOT, you'll see on their DOT Smart City Challenge. What do we see here? What does this say? Washington, Seattle, Spokane, Washington. Wait a minute. Spokane, Washington is on the map for a smart city challenge. Interesting. Coincidence, right? Here we go. A smart city tracker. If you zoom in on Washington, you'll see over here, there's Seattle, and here is Spokane, Washington. So this is a fact that they're trying to put these data centers here. Now, is this Bible prophecy? I think it's interesting that Revelation 13:13 says, and he doeth great wonders. The beast doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. This is the beast power, the one who's going to rule the whole world, the system that's going to control everything, that says if you do not worship according to this way, you will be killed. First, you won't be able to buy and sell. You'll be thrown in prison 10 days, and ultimately, you will be killed. This is what the Bible talks about, that the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. These people that rule the world, these elitists that work for Satan, the puppets of Satan, who are building this beast system, have a love of money, and they don't care about the people that are there. If you don't comply, well, we'll take care of that. There's going to be a mysterious fire, or 16 of them, that somehow magically only destroy houses to rubble, including chimneys and refrigerators and washers and dryers and toilets. There's nothing left except grass and trees because you didn't comply. And now your whole city is getting evacuated. Now let's see if we get to have a data center. Now let's see if you get to build back better in a smart city with flock cameras everywhere, biometrics, AI governance. This is our future, guys. I'm telling you this because we are living in the last days. It is time to wake up. We got to stop playing around. We got to stop playing games. We got to stop playing church. If you're a Christian and you believe the Bible and you believe Bible prophecy, it is now time like never before to see that it's all happening, that Jesus is coming soon, that the Antichrist is coming soon, that the beast system is right around the corner. Trump and all these guys are talking about AI governance, that you're going to be watched 24/7, that AI is going to take over literally every job because it's evolving every moment of every day. And you might think your job right now is secure, but if you are an author, your job's gone. If you're a subtitle, dubbing, whatever, songwriter, movie maker, illustrator, graphic designer, your job is gone. Uber, you work at a drive-through, your job is gone. And so they're saying, what are we going to do when everybody's jobs are gone and everybody's hungry? There's going to be chaos. Elon Musk and these other bigwigs, AI bigwigs said we have to have a universal basic income, a one world currency, digital currency. And guess what? They're not just going to give it to you. You got to earn it in some kind of way, but there's no jobs to do. So how are you going to earn it? By being a good citizen, a quote unquote good citizen. It's your social credit score. Oh yeah, you can do some really nice humanitarian things and get your score to go up, but you know what will really provide for your family? Going to the one world church. Yeah, the church of love and unity and coexist and tolerance. Oh, it's a great place. Everybody gets along there. But guess what? If you join a one world religious church, then you have compromised on the truth. Because Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life, and no one comes to the Father but by me. That's hate speech in this new world. You got to accept Buddha and Muhammad and whoever else, lizard God. You have to accept everyone's belief. That's how we get along. That's how everybody gets to be together. And you're going to be public enemy number one. If you guys haven't seen our video under a live tab about the mark of the beast, who is the beast? What is his mark? It's not a microchip. It's all about worship. We're about to be in a system that enforces worship that sounds so good. It sounds so loving and about peace and safety. And that's what it says. When the beast says peace and safety, know that sudden destruction will come upon them. We're so close, guys. I will be shocked if we're here beyond 2031. I'm not a date setter. I'm just calculating what I see happening. I've listened to these guys. I've listened to these AI guys that are whistleblowers now. They're saying we cannot stop this thing and it is going to destroy humanity. That's where we're at. Guys, this is not fear-mongering. This is a wake-up call. Get closer to God than ever before. Get in God's word like never before. We already think that it's going to be taken away from us. Get in God's word and put it in your heart before it's too late. It's our only barometer of truth. We're about to face the biggest deception in human history, and we have to be the ones to tell the truth in this world of deception so that others can be ready. If you guys were blessed by this video, if it was eye-opening in any kind of way, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps this video get out into the algorithm so they can reach more people. We are not monetized. We've been rejected 3 times for monetization, so you can't hype this video. You can't give a super chat, and that's where all this algorithm is changing now. You can't hype a video, so we're not going to get out there unless you help us by sharing it and giving it a thumbs up. If you want to support this ministry, you can do so by going to CandidTruthOrg. We got Cashapp, Venmo, Zelle, PayPal. We even got Patreon if you want an easy, simple way to donate to this ministry on a monthly basis. And if you have been giving to this ministry, we cannot thank you enough. We see you, we love you, we thank you, and we cannot do this without you. We will see you next time on Candid Truth.